Hello friends, welcome to a brand new video where we are going to create a lorem ipsum generator in JavaScript. So let's start it. So I have just created an empty folder, not an empty folder, a folder with the name lorem ipsum with index.html main.js and styles.css. So let's start it. So as you know, in VS Code I can give this not and then press tab, it will give me the skeleton. So yeah, let me increase the size also, and here I can write lorem ipsum and then link. Yeah, it is styles actually, and before the body end we have to give the script, and this is main.js. Okay, so the thing is that let me start. So section dot section center will have this section which will be covering everything, and our version will be known as a hipster ipsum. uh, Hipster ipsum, it is a bit upgrade over the lorem ipsum. Lorem ipsum was very bland, means it was containing nothing, but hipster ipsum sounds like something. Okay, let me show you hipster ipsum. So we are actually going to take from this side hipster ipsum, so anything. So it is something like this only we are going to make. I will give the paragraph, and when I click I'll get the text. Actually exactly like this only we are going to make. So this is the hipster ipsum. So it is known as hipster ipsum. Then after that form is there, form dot lorem form. I don't need the action. And then label for will be num of para. We are going to have a combination of a range and a number box to input how many number of paragraphs we want. I will show you soon how to do that. Paragraphs, the label will be this para, let me spell it rightly, paragraphs div dot para amount num, and input type will be range. As I told, I will have a range one first, and this will have min equal to 1, max equal to 10. We can have 10 paragraphs, value equal to 5, and id equal to num of para range. Let me copy this. Actually I'm going to have this similar to this only. This will be having a number min 1, 10 and everything, and the id will be of this level. As you know, it is combined label, and the input type generally have the relation of for and id, so this will belong to this. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me start it with the live server also, because I have done a bit, so that you can see it is been shown. So it is opening in Safari, and I don't want in Safari, I want in Brave, which is a Chromium based browser. So it will look like this right now. So after that I just want a button dot btn, yeah, and it will be content generate Yeah, and one more thing, that type will be equal to submit because we are wrapping it inside a form. So what is the benefit of type equal to submit when we wrap it inside a form? We can use the enter, just we can use the enter and the button will work. And some more thing is there which we will see in the JavaScript. Some more classes we can access, not just the click handler but other things also from. And then arti article dot lorem text. So here we are going to show the all of it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the styles.css, and I'm not going to tell much about the styles.css because this is again a JavaScript video, and I have a complete CSS videos also, so you can go through it if you want to learn more CSS. So let me do some of the styles in a bit and I will explain them. See, this is the initial styles which I generally put in everything. So the margin and margin 0, padding 0, and box sizing border box. So and then the font family, like this I'm using background, I'm giving a nice background color, line height, font size, s3. What is s3? S3 is this hypertext which we have. Let me save it because it is linked with the live server, so it got updated at the moment. So that's the benefit of live server, as many of you might know. What is live server? I have told many times. It is something, uh, it is an extension, live server, which live server, yeah, this extension which most of us use when we work on HTML, CSS, JavaScript project. Okay, so this is like that. And then S3, after that we will target the lorem form. What is the lorem form? This lorem form, and this div we are also targeting, which contains our both input. So this lorem form, yeah, the form we are making transformation and all these things, the size we are changing, and this we are doing it as flex, justify content center and align item center. When I do this, it will come to the center, and most of the our things are done except this label and input. This label I have changed, and the input also I have changed. So this input, nice, I have given it border radius and on all. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me target. Can I do like this? Yeah, I will do one more thing. Generally, we should give class when we want to target. So actually, I wanted to target this, but this is also targeted. So I will change it to class number input. So dot number input. Yeah, so it came. Okay, should not be like this. Okay, let it be like this only, it doesn't matter. So both of them are nice. Actually, I did this project some time back, so I already have the code, as you might have known, because I have already written an article about it. So That time I might have thought something else. Okay, so let's just move ahead and let me have a, now this button is looking ugly. I will change it and see, now it's look perfect. And now I have a hover state also. And this result which you are thinking, this result, uh, I'm going to soon create it through the, not here because you cannot find it here. I'm going to soon create it through the main.js. So as I have told shown you earlier that lorem, that hipster ipsum, that paragraphs. So from there what I did, let me open main.js. Yeah, so const text equal to, so from there what I have taken, I have taken 10 paragraphs and put them inside a this text. We are going to have an array of strings. Okay, so we copy paste it. So this array of string we have, let me save it. Okay, so so like this. See, this is starting here, ending here, starting here, ending here. So like this I have 10 of them are there. And then we'll start the code mainly. So first we have to, so we want to select everything. So const form equal to document dot query selector lorem form. Let me take it here. So this lorem form we are selecting. I think I have everything right. Yeah. Const num of para equal to document dot get element by id. This one we are selecting id, this num of para. Okay, const num of para range equal to, let me copy this. So now what I am selecting, this one, num of para range, and then the result thing which we have just created in the CSS, it will be nothing but document, no, actually query selector dot lorem text. Now what is this lorem text? This lorem text is this section, no, this article in which I am going to show all the result here. So this is that lorem text. So now one more thing which you might have noticed is I have this also and this also. Right now I am moving it, nothing is happening. So actually the range is like that. When you move it, the range changes from 1 to 10 because we have given 1 to 10. But what I want to do, I want to have two options, this and this. Both of them are actually connected. So if I increase here, this will increase. If I increase here, this will increase. And actually also the number will get increased. So we're going to have a function for that, but first let us select both of them. Number of para dot add event listener input comma sync para numbers. Okay, so this is a function. Let me have this again. Num of para I have chosen, so this, yeah, num of para range. Again, input means whenever I change this thing, so that is input. So this will work. So now function, so that is one of the another benefit of using this form. So I can use input. So sync para numbers const value equal to e dot target dot value. So whatever we do, e dot target dot value will be this. If you want to see, then let me console dot log value. Okay, okay, we'll do that, but let me show num of para dot value. So it will have a value which will be equal to this value, and num of para range dot value equal to value. So both of them are equal to this. So see, let me save it, and now this logic is complete if I have done everything right. Let me open the console also. Okay, so if I move this, see 9, so this 9 have come here and both of them have become equal, and if I do it 10, then it will also become 10. If I can make it less, see, this is also working, this is also working fine. So this is the benefit of linking both of them, and this seems to be a nice thing to do. So now what we are going to do, we are going to generate the lorem ipsum from this, or the hipster ipsum from this will be the main logic. So let me come back here, and now our last form dot, in the form we are adding a add event listener. So means when we submit it, as I told, when you click on it or we press enter, this submit will be firing submit comma e, and when we have a form, then we do e dot event default, yeah, const value equal to num of para. I will take num of para. Actually we can take any of them, but one thing is that it returns a string. If you want, you can check it, but for calculation it's much better to change it to a int. So I'll use the function parse int. Okay, so after that we're using a very simple thing. Let temp text equal to text dot slice 0 comma value. So now you're getting what I'm doing. See, if the value is 5, I'm slicing it. So right now, as I've told, this text is having 10 string. So what I'm doing, I'm slicing it to 5 string. Slicing it to 5 string. If I put 4, then 4. So like this. And I have to just do a temp text equal to temp text dot map. I have to map through it, and item, I will be returning e class. Each p will have the class of result. So this result is different than this result. I think I had told something wrong previously. So this is this result. It is what is there, because I want uh, some margin between them, and also the width, it should not go completely, it should have some width. So that's why I'm using that. So like this, and then dollar item which I'm passing, and then paragraph is ending, and we have to use the join also because this is an array and we don't want array. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me show what is console.log of temp text spec console generate. See, it is an array of string, the same thing which I have, but only five. The only five of five it is there, and each one is having this p is added to p class result. And if I do a join, as you know, if I do a join of empty string, it will convert it into a string, but even this one will be not be there. So let me save it. Yeah, see, so it will be a continuous. So in HTML it doesn't matter, we format the text for ourselves, but in what will happen in HTML, if I give this, it will treat it as like that only. See, this paragraph is ending here, after that this is starting. So this is what we are doing. Okay, so let me close it, and we just have to do a result dot inner HTML because it is an HTML. We cannot do inner text. We have to do inner HTML because p tag and class and result, all those things won't come. Equal to temp text. So this time this result is this result, which is the lorem text, means which is this. So let me save it, and if everything is right, give me it. Yeah, everything is right, and I'm getting perfectly. And let me do it one. Yeah, 1. Let me do it 10. 10. Yeah, it is working perfectly. So this completes our small lorem expression generator. Hope you liked it. See you soon in other projects.